at our church too. First thing I was thinking, he's either been at my house or out there at the gym to get them mice. Sorry, girls. Y'all haven't seen any out there, have you? Oh, they're terrible too. They'll make you hurt yourself. But we got them under control. I'll let the beans out. But there was Brother Glenn Bowman, our deacon. There was a mouse on the bus one day when he would have done the same thing if he saw that. He probably would have gotten out of the seat and the bus would have just kept going. But anyway, they made it through that. We better get going. Let's sing a song. Everybody stand. Yeah. So the mouse story was exciting. It's life. You know, mice is life. Oh, not good. Okay, everybody stand. We're going to sing Trust. And you're going to just put your music sheets down. You don't need them. We're going to sing Trust in the Lord with your H-E-A-R-T. We sing it like B-I-N-G-O, but it's not to that tune. Ashley's going to lead us. But we're going to drop off letters as we go. So we're going to drop off T-R-A-E-H. Will it work better like that? Or should we go with the H?
You're supposed to be H-E-A-R-T.
Okay, we're going to drop off the H first.
You got to go in the order of spelling.
You'll get it. Tori's looking at me like, what?
She knows we're crazy. She's been around us long enough.
She's learned to accept me the way I am. Go ahead. Trust in the Lord with your H-E-A-R-T.
Trust in the Lord with your H-E-A-R-T. Trust in the Lord with your H-E-A-R-T. He'll always guide you and stay right beside you when you trust in the Lord with your H-E-A-R-T.
Now we're going to clap at H.
Trust in the Lord with your E-A-R-T. Trust in the Lord with your E-A-R-T. He'll always guide you and stay right beside you when you trust in the Lord with your E-A-R-T.
You know what we do next, right? We H-E.
Trust in the Lord with your A-R-T. Trust in the Lord with your E-A-R-T. He'll always guide you and stay right beside you if you trust in the Lord with your A-R-T. Trust in the Lord with your R-T. Trust in the Lord with your R-T. He'll always guide you and stay right beside you when you trust in the Lord with your R-T. Trust in the Lord with your T. Trust in the Lord with your T. He'll always guide you and stay right beside you when you trust in the Lord with your R-T. Trust in the Lord with your Trust in the Lord with your He'll always guide you and stay right beside you when you trust in the Lord with your
Got it. You got it. Good. Y'all can have a seat.
Miss Brenda, some other ladies just came in.
Some other ladies who didn't get a paper, raise your hand. Miss Brenda's coming by right now.
Miss Josie, Miss Karen, and Kinsey came in too. I don't know if you're giving are you giving the kids?
Yeah, we're giving the children. Raise your hand, girls, if you don't have a paper. And Jeremiah will include you too. He's got one. Does Kinsey have one? Yeah. All right. Now, it's a very important time. We have two ladies here that's going to share some information with us that's very important. So we'll have them to come up now. That'll be you.
She leaving me hanging? Where'd she go? Oh, she's coming. I guess I'm in the right seat. Welcome. All right. Thanks. I brought mine too.
Oh, did you?
It'll be
I didn't
fun,
know if you
though.
needed an extra one. All right. Well, we are going to share with you ladies some tips today. Obviously, it's a ladies' meeting, so what better thing to do than some makeup tips, beauty hacks? Who in here likes to feel beautiful? I mean, come on, everybody likes to feel beautiful, right? Nobody wants to feel like you're looking a little rough today or anything. So that's why we thought we'd just share some hacks with you guys. And, you know, sometimes you see videos on the internet and things. So we think that we have some pretty good tips that we found. I mean, I think I'm pretty good at makeup. I don't know about Ashley, but
I'm not. But you know what? I'm going to give you my tips anyways.
But we think these are good. And a lot of things, you know, you want to do more natural things to keep your skin looking good, young, radiant, vibrant, all those good things. We don't want all of this fake stuff on our skin that clogs your pores up and all that. So we've got a few things to start with. First thing you want to do is you want to get your hair up out of your face.
Now, I recommend a shower cap, but if you don't have one, you can always use a hairband or a hair bow, or my favorite, cling wrap. You just put it right over your head, and it'll help you. So,
I like to get my hair as big as I can, as close to Jesus. Makes me more spiritual.
amen, sister.
And then I like this bow right here because I think it's really
I
pretty.
don't know if I can get this shower cap up in my hair.
Oh, girl, you can do it. Anyways, all right, now that you got your hair nice and big and out of your face, you're gonna want some makeup wipes to have nearby just in case you make some little messes.
I don't like this thing.
Maybe a rag. It looks good, girl, it looks good. Make sure your eyes pop. Your eyes are popping.
We ain't even got makeup on yet.
Well, it's okay. It's okay. See, sometimes you don't need a lot of makeup, ladies. Sometimes you just need a little something. So it's really good.
Oh.
Here's the key, okay? If you're trying
You know what this reminds me of? You ever seen I Love Lucy when they're doing the chocolates?
Yeah, you look just like
look as
that.
good as
You
them.
should work in the factory.
I should.
You should.
I love chocolate.
Yes.
Okay, continue, please.
All right. Anyways, it's good. A lot of you ladies are married, and that's good. You want to keep the fires burning. You want to just, you know, look good for your husband. Some of you here are still single, and you might be looking for a man. So this might be some good tips for you, ladies. Anyways. That's what I was saying, is you don't always want to look caked up and faked up. Sometimes you want to be more natural. So the secret that the men don't know is you just do a little bit of makeup to make it look like you're wearing nothing, so they think you like this beautiful goddess with all this smooth skin, but really you have some makeup on anyways. But anyways, okay. So first natural thing. Now, don't y'all go telling everybody this, okay? Because people are going to try to sell it. We just figured this out, so you can't tell everybody this yet. This is our new, you know how sometimes you find like essential oils and things, and it's all natural for your skin and stuff? Well, we found that you wear your makeup and you get to church, and it gets really good, right? And you get to crying, and it just goes everywhere. Your makeup goes all down your face, and it looks awful.
Everywhere.
So you need a good, like, what's it called? It's primer to keep your makeup on your face and help it not to run. Well, we found this stuff at the DG, okay? DG is your place to go.
Dollar General.
It's the best place ever, ladies.
If you ain't been there, you need to go. There's one
Yeah.
right out here, right by the church.
Just right down the road, just right down that way.
Great
You can probably walk
prices.
there. You can probably walk there.
Dollar General. Okay, let's do this
Anyway,
thing.
so this is going to be your primer, and it's also going to exfoliate your skin, clear up your pores. It's just going to work great as a base. And you can use this if you want. I might just use my fingers. Just to get some on. And you would just work it in, and it's gonna it smells so good. It smells good. This smells real good. You just need some right here on your nose, and this is gonna help keep your makeup to last all day. It really is, I'm telling y'all. It works. You just mix it in.
You're gonna walk by your man, he's like,
And it's gonna
"Something
just make
smells
your
good
skin
in
look
here.
so
This gonna be you."
Y'all ladies know men love food. That's the way to their heart, okay? That's the way to their heart. So you get this on your face, and they're like, what is that? I mean, that's good. Yeah, here you go, girl.
Thank
Got
you.
some coconut wipes. Now you
Oh.
got Cool Whip and coconut.
I'm gonna be smelling good.
Okay, so once you get your primer on, you really want to go in with some contour. This stuff is gonna fool people, okay? So sometimes our faces aren't as like put together as we want, but you can make them look different, okay? So you're gonna use this stuff, and first off, you want to get some stuff to like get your face how you want it.
Oh yeah.
So you're gonna take your face. Let's see. I think Ashley might.
I think I don't have.
I think she might. Yeah. So you kind of wanna
Habits.
get it like that, and this is gonna give you your line to go by. Okay. So you want to get some on here, and you want to just go right by.
Make sure you contour very good. Your cheeks.
Yes.
You want them cheekbones
You want it to
pop.
look tan. You want to look tan. You want your cheekbones to be looking real good.
Girl.
Popping.
I'm
You want to
feeling it
blend
over
it.
here.
Like blend it really, really good. Okay. Blend it in
You
there.
want to look natural, remember.
Let me
Okay?
get this side. Let me get this side.
Natural.
Sorry. Okay, there you go.
Okay.
That's how you do that. But you might need some. Can you put some on my nose?
Yeah, you need
I
some.
need some on my nose. I have a big nose. I need to make it look smaller.
Girl, this is so your color.
You really want to blend it really good. Get it in there. Make sure you don't have
I'm
any
just gonna
lines or
just
creases.
rub it right
that's
in there
good. That's
together.
good. Just make it blend right through my nose. Yeah.
You know, all together
That's good.
now.
And you want to make
Okay.
sure you have your right color. Obviously, this is the perfect color for me. It goes right with my, I'm really tan.
Look how good we looking over
Oh,
here.
girl.
Okay.
Oh, girl. I'm
okay.
gonna get you a man tonight. She's gonna get you a man. All right. Next, you want to go in with some blush to make it look like you're just
My
have that
favorite.
natural peaches and cream complexion, you know? This is some kind of liquid blush.
Right there.
You want to do like shapes, like
She
hearts.
did.
You want to do heart. Do me a heart.
I love hearts.
Do me a heart, and then you gotta blend it. You need to do a heart, and then blend it.
Oh man.
And this is because we're daughters of the
This-
kings, and our hearts are precious in His sight.
Look how good this is. Like, bam. Girl, you are like shining. Wow. Okay, hold on.
Cute. Yeah, blend it really good. Get it in there. You don't want too much. You don't want to look like a clown or anything. You just want just enough. Remember, natural beauty. Natural beauty is our phrase, ladies. Natural beauty. Okay, so once you have your blush on, you want to get, so the new thing is like big lips, because you know, you want those luscious lips, ladies. So we're gonna take our lips, and this is the secret to making them look bigger, is you're gonna draw bigger than your actual lips. Nobody can know. Nobody,
me
nobody's gonna be
demonstrate.
up there touching your lips. You wanna get them looking real big.
Help me out, girl. Are you ready?
Wait.
Now, you go to your local Dollar General and you get your color.
big,
I chose
big.
this purple color 'cause I love purple. And you just take it and you just start like working them lips, people.
Wait. No. You're missing your shape up. You're missing your shape up.
God,
No, you gotta
I
get
ain't
down.
done yet.
Girl, bigger.
I ain't done yet. I'm
Bigger is
working
better.
on it. Oh yeah.
I like to go with red, make it pop a little bit more. And you just want to make them look real big.
I mean, girl.
I can't wait to get home and kiss my husband.
He gonna
He gonna love
love you.
He'll be like, girl, why'd your lips get so big and luscious?
I don't know. You think mine's big enough?
I think you might down a little bit more.
Down? Okay.
More of a heart shape. Like you got this like
Oh,
circle. Yeah, you
let
want the
me
heart.
fix
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so once you got your lipstick on and you're ready to go smooching, what would be the next step? What do you think we should?
I really don't know this
Okay. This is a spoon. Everybody say it's a spoon. Everybody know what a spoon is? Everybody know what a spoon is? Okay. This is now your makeup brush. It's not a spoon. We've been lied to. It's not made to be a spoon. It's like the Little Mermaid.
You've been lied
You know, she
to.
thought it was a fork, but it was actually a hairbrush. It's kind of like that. So we're gonna do our eyeshadow here, but you're gonna use this. I think, can you do me like a pretty blue? My eyes are blue, so I want
I
it to
love
pop.
it. Yeah. Oh, I like that one right there.
Okay, so here's your brush.
Give me your brush.
I'm gonna hold my spoon. So you're gonna go around the contour, and it's gonna give you this pretty like smoky kind of natural
Well,
look
girl, it's
with some
curving
curves.
good. Look how
And
beautiful.
it kind of gives you like the look
Let
of
me do the other
eyeliner, like a
side.
cat eye, but it's really not. Like, you know how they have like the wing? You need,
Girl, you are looking fine over here.
make sure you go with the spoon. Go with the spoon.
I'm going with
Get
the
the
spoon.
curve.
I'm
Get the
getting that curve. I mean, it looks awesome.
Okay. Now you can go like this way too, and go up with it. It works really good. Yeah.
I'm curving it.
You want a wing like eyeliner, but your eyeshadow wing. It works really good. You can use the spoon for contour too. You can put it like here, here, here.
It's got
So,
multi-earth
let me get your
pieces.
spoon. Let me
Oh.
get. Where's your brush? What color do you want? You want a smoky eye? I think you need a smoky eye. Oh, you got one. Okay. good. This is good.
I always wanted a Smokey Eye.
This is really pigmented. Do the other eye. Do the other. This is really pigmented, so it's kind of messy. But if you just like shake your head afterwards, it just flies around. Good. And the thing, wait, I need to do another shade. You want to do layers with your eyeshadow?
Girl, your eyes look good right now. They are popping.
You want to do the layers with the smoky eye. Wait, hang on.
Mom, I can fix you up when we get
I need
home.
some more smokiness. So you want to angle up with it and kind of like blend your eyebrows in it. You don't want too big eyebrows. I know the new thing is big eyebrows, but that's just not right. You want them to disappear.
Excuse us down there, ladies. Sorry.
Okay, so once you have your eyeshadow on and everything, you want to go in with some more of this to set your makeup, okay?
There is no way that I will not get me a man tonight. Look at this beautifulness.
I know they're gonna be scared of you because you're so pretty. They're gonna
husband's
think they're gonna think you're too good for them. You know, they're gonna be like, oh my word. But anyways, this is gonna set it in a little bit and just see. Look, it's blending and it feels so good and it smells good.
Girl.
And you can even do your neck to get rid of those neck wrinkles. You know. Okay. Okay, now we need to do eyelashes. So again, we're trying to be more natural and not do anything like too crazy. So we don't like to use mascara because that just gives you the fake appearance. So we just use eyelashes instead.
And this doesn't run when you cry.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So
You don't have
look.
these black.
These are sticky. We don't even need the glue. Oh no, wait, we do need the glue. We do need the glue.
Did it have to come? Yeah. Glue not included. Okay.
Yeah, well, I got some glue.
Okay.
I got some glue.
My hands are.
So this is your glue right here, and you want to just. It says it's safe on skin, and it blends well with dark eyeliners, which our makeup isn't that dark right now, but it should be fine. So
I'm pretty sure I qualify.
okay, I'm gonna put yours on. Okay, this is gonna be yours. Okay. So you just want to put some glue. Oh, it's like black. I don't know why it's black, but you want to put some glue on there, and you want to close your eyes, and you put this pinchy thingy on it right here, so that you don't get the glue on your hands. Close your eyes, and you just want to stick it on there. There you go. That's good. And you just don't move. I'm going to do the other one.
I'm not moving.
It's got to dry.
I gotta make these things look good, and it takes time sometimes.
That's right. Beauty, sometimes you just have to have patience with it, and it'll all work out. It's not working.
I think these are gonna make my eyes look really good.
Oh yeah, girl. Oh yeah. Okay. So, I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna use my finger because
It's okay. You just do your own, and I'll fix mine.
well, girl, they look good. Don't fix. There's nothing to fix. There's nothing to fix. You don't fix what's not broken. Okay, I need you to do mine because I can't do my own. I'm putting the glue on for you.
Now these things, they will you'll walk by and you just blink and it'll protect your eyes from any dirt or anything. It'll just catch it before it goes right in. It's just like a hover. It's gonna be perfect.
Okay, give me one. Okay. Make them look big.
Girl. Oh!
Okay. Oh. Man,
Hey, and the box even says flirty look. So
you don't want to get too flirty.
No, not too flirty. You want to be like,
Anyways.
here I am. You want to let them notice you without having to make a scene.
Now, if any of you ladies play an instrument, I would not recommend these because they do block your view a little bit.
I do not wear these to church all the time because it's hard to play that piano.
Anyways, okay.
Okay, now, are we done with this part?
We're good. Does it look
Okay.
good? Does everybody like our makeup?
Now, we have a bonus for you. So, the stink bugs have been really bad in our area.
And the mosquitoes.
The mosquitoes love me, and I just can't handle it. And especially you people from Florida, don't y'all have some crazy bugs down there? You look good too. So I got you a bug repellent. You just take this thing right here.
This is the best thing ever.
It blends in with your skin.
in.
Same
so you can't
color.
even tell that you got it on, okay? And protect your hair. Wait, I gotta take this off. I if I can just get it over
my head.
It will. Can you get yours on? I have to take my head off. This really does work. I did it this morning.
Okay, we're just gonna. Maybe I need to just do this.
Once you get this on, I can't see. You're not helping us. Once you get this on, see it blends right in your beautiful makeup. Your beautiful makeup is still in place.
Eyelashes are poking through.
It'll protect your face from anything coming off. Girl, they still working. Okay. And then no bugs will hinder you or your hair or your face, and your makeup will stay in place all day long. Okay, so this is our bug repellent. Now, if you feel like it still ain't gonna work for you, you can always get you some little essential oil and put on here.
Oh yeah.
It'll smell extra good. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
it'll definitely repel those bugs.
Oh yeah. All right, that's it, ladies. Enough for
That's all we
today.
got for you today, but we hope you come back again. We'll have new tips. That's what we were going for.
That was our goal. We just try to just.
I am fearfully and wonderfully made.
We're moving on now. All right. Get your paper because it's got a special number on it. We're going to give away some door prizes real quickly. So, how many do we have over there, Miss Joe? I forgot. I counted them 10 times. Oh, okay. Miss Cheryl, remember that. 28 and 29. Those two girls. All right, 41. Okay, Anna, hurry, quickly, come up. You get first choice. I'm sending someone right behind you, so you better be on your toes. All right, 38. You're kidding. No, really? You're 38? Claim it, girl. Go get it. All right, you won't believe this, but it's 28 next. Cheryl, pick something for one of those girls. Oh, what's that one? No, it's not good. I won't cheat anybody. Number two. Oh, come up and choose for her. Choose for yourself. Choose whatever. It don't matter. 60. Anybody got 60? Jeremiah, come up and choose something that you think your grandma will like. Let the little one go first, and then you go, Jeremiah, okay? Y'all remember the order that you went in. 44. 44. Okay. 20. 20. Some kids going to be hyped up with chocolate. Miss Connie? Yeah, go choose. Number 9. Oh, go, Miss Joanne. 16. 16. Oh, go, Lena. Number 6. Number 6. Oh, Miss Beverly. 53. Oh. 6. Who's 53? I know I might have called out too many numbers now. Okay. Sorry, they're all gone. Sorry if I called too many numbers. But guess what? Everybody gets a goodie bag from Miss Cheryl afterwards. Yay. All right. So today's distinctive visitor, a speaker, is Annie Oakley. Miss Annie Oakley from Lansing, Michigan. How many of you know why I'm calling her Miss Annie Oakley? See, 3 people. Everybody doesn't know. This lady right here, guess what she is best known for? Even in Australia, this lady is known for this. Raising her kitchen window, putting a rifle out the window, and shooting a deer. That's this lady right here. In the city. No license. And we thought she was best known for being the wife to Dr. Don Green. But no. She's best known for shooting a deer out her kitchen window. Nevertheless, I am so glad she's here with us today and to speak to us. You come on and you give her your undivided attention. Speak into this microphone so Miss Payne can hear you if she's listening.
I should be in prison. Unlawful, ungodly preacher's wife. But the deer wouldn't get out of my flowers. And he kept teasing me. And I'd clap my hands and he'd, what's wrong with you? Get out of here, knock on the window. You got a problem, lady? So finally I thought, I'll get the pellet gun and I'll just scare him out. Well, when I did, I got the 22, long barrel 22, with the little tiny shorts in it. I said it makes less noise than the pellet gun, so I'll just scare him with that. Well, when I did, he jumped straight up, straight down, dead. Sunday morning, no less, God's day. So I immediately asked God to forgive me and promised the Lord I'd never shoot another one in my yard. Well, I went and told my husband, Dr. Green, and he went all to pieces. They're going to put you in prison. They'll take all of our guns away. They'll fine us $5,000. I said, it's okay. I've already asked God to forgive me, and he's going to take care of it. So I called Brother Steve Green, and a couple of a block away, and he came and helped me hang him up, and he said, I got to go. Well, I had in the shed, I said, I just cleaned the shed, and we have a pulley because we hunted all the time, so we hung him up, and he left. Well, I gutted him. I'm a country girl, y'all have to remember that. And so then I just about got that finished when I heard sirens, and I thought they were coming to get me. Then I got scared, and so I quickly put it all in bags and took it to the church and put the intestines in the garbage. At the church, no less. And so that day after church, then I skinned him after lunch. And on Monday, I processed him. And this little 22 shell had gone between the ribs, never shattered a rib, right into the heart. I had an ace, a dead shot, and couldn't tell anybody. But he was good eating. So I'm going to tell y'all this. Everybody knows me by the deer hunter now, so. But I'm just a little country girl. I'm from Lufkin, Texas, which is about 120 miles north of Houston. Raised out 5 miles from town, dirt road, no electricity, no plumbing, no nothing. The oldest of 6 girls and no brothers. So guess what? I'm a tomboy. Y'all thought I was a lady. Well, I'm a tomboy. No, I haven't changed my sex. I tried that when I was a kid because I wanted to be a boy so bad, and somebody had told me if you can kiss your elbow, you'll turn into a different sex. Of course, this is 88 years ago, or 87, or 85, or somebody. And, of course, you can't do that. So, anyway. But I was Dad's boy, and whatever he did, I did. He plowed the mule, I plowed the mare. He was on one end of the crosscut saw, I was on the other. And Mother would say, we want that red rooster for lunch tomorrow. And so I'd go out and wring his neck, and dress him, all that. I think I killed my first squirrel with a 22 when I was 8 years old. So Dad said, okay, you killed him, now you got to gut him and skin him, and we'll have him for lunch. And I did. And so that's why this stuff doesn't bother me, because I was raised with it. A preacher said, come teach us, my ladies, how to field dress a deer. And I said, no. They couldn't take it. So anyway, that's the way I grew up there in the country. We finally did get some electricity when I was 13. And then Daddy got a no car, and I went to work supporting my family. But we were just raised dirt farmers, and I'm so glad I'm glad that God taught me all these things and that I learned how to work, how to make do, and how to just do with what you've got. Now, my home was not a Christian home. My mother and dad were not Christians, but they had character. If I got my hand spanked at school, which I did a lot, I got a whipping when I got home. I mean, it wasn't, what'd that teacher do to you? She's terrible. No. You're the bad one. And he was right, I was. But anyway, so that went on. I was born Cleo Faye Burrus, B-U-R-O-U-S. My grandmother's a little Cherokee Indian about this tall. That's why I got black hair in the back and white in front. And it's all leaving. But anyway, but it was good. Well, when I was 17, my mother-in-law-to-be helped me run off and elope with my husband-to-be. And I'm in Lufkin, Texas. He's in Casper, Wyoming. So I took a bus. This girl who had never been out of the county almost. My thought when I was a kid was that I'd marry a drunkard, I'd have 12 kids, my belly'd be wet all the days of my life from washing on a washboard. I mean, that's all I knew. Well, God had other plans. So I went and married him up in Wyoming. He was from almost my hometown, a little community over. But anyway, we only stayed a couple months and came back. Foolish 17-year-old. I was so scared. I just knew at the next bus stop my dad was going to be there and kill me. But he was a good man. But my dad was right. I should never. He said, you can marry him, but you can't go to Wyoming and marry him. But foolish kids, girls, listen. Don't do that. It's not wise, especially nowadays. But anyway, we were married for 13 years and 3 days, and he died from open heart surgery. I had one son by him, but he was a real good man. We got saved. We later went back into the service. He was in the Air Force 4 years, and then we went in Germany we went in Army for 3 years, and went to Germany. I lived with the German people, and so it was a blessing. But anyway, we came home, and we'd moved into Houston, back in the outskirts of Houston. In 2 weeks, a lady wanted me to come over for coffee, and I didn't want to go over because she was different. I mean, there was something different about her, but I didn't know what it was. Oh, come on. So finally I went over there, and she told me who she was, and we come to find out our husbands worked at the same place. And anyway, and she told me that she went to a church down, around the corner. And she asked me if I was a Christian, and I said, well, I'm a Baptist. She said, that won't get you to heaven. I said, well, I've been baptized. She said, that won't get you to heaven either. I said, I do the best I can. Well, when I said that, God put a dart in my heart because I did what I wanted to do, when I wanted to do it, and where I wanted to do it, And she said, if you go to heaven by joining any kind of church, by any kind of baptism, by any kind of good works, God's a murderer. My word, that shook me up because I respected God. I probably wouldn't have spit on the church ground. And I said, what do you mean? She said, I mean, if you go to church, if you go to heaven by any kind of church, any kind of baptism, any kind of good works, then why would God send his only begotten son to die for you? Well, she had me. She started giving me scriptures. The Holy Spirit of God so convicted me. I had no idea what conviction was. I joined the church, Baptist church, when I was 12 years old. I didn't know anything about God or nothing else. And I'd have died and gone to hell saying, what happened? I belonged to that Baptist church. But I didn't know anything about Christianity or about God or anything else. So she gave me the Word of God, and she hung me over hell. I thought I was going to fall off in hell in her living room that morning. Such convictions came in. I said, well, I'll go to church with you Sunday. She said, were you born in a hospital? I said, no, I was born at my grandma's house. She said, you don't have to go to church to be born into God's family. So I was born again June the 27th, 1958. Now, see, I'm an old woman. And her living room that morning. And then her husband came over that night and led my husband to the Lord. And so we just had a precious, precious living for God, faithful for. That lady did not tell me anything to do, and she told me nothing what not to do. But God, the Holy Spirit, had come into my heart, and he told me. So I was like anybody that you'd see down here at Kmart. I guess Walmart, or wherever they have them now. I didn't have clothes on. I had pretty legs. So I wore short shorts rolled up. had them on that morning. Nothing at the top hardly. But when I walked back across the street that morning, God told me to put clothes on. And I did. She didn't tell me that. And that night, we had been in Germany, brought home all this good wine they have in Germany. I mean, just bottles of it. And my husband and a guy that was visiting with us were drinking wine when Brother Tyner came over to the house. And after they were gone, we were cleaning up the kitchen. And he said, you know, I don't think we should be drinking this. And I said, I don't either. I wasn't drinking it because I didn't feel right about it. So we poured it all down the sink that night. But God teaches these things whenever, 2 Corinthians 5:17, if any man be in Christ, he's a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new, and they became new. And we had a good life, was in a good church, with convictions, and King James, we didn't know there was any other Bible but the King James back in 1958. And but we got right in that church, got right to work, serving God. My husband wasn't a preacher, but he was one of those guys that was always there to do everything, whatsoever thy hand find to do, he did it with all his mind. He died in December the 20th of 1964 with an open heart, after he had open heart surgery. Well, I was single 2 years, and my son, who was 11 when his dad died, I was 30 when he died, and my son came home one day saying, I know who I want my next daddy to be. And I said, who? He said, I won't tell you. So this went on and on, and so finally one day he told me, well, he's got a lot of hair on his fingers. So I'm looking at every single guy in the church to check his fingers out. So finally he let me know who it was, and then God began to work on us, and I married Bubba Key 2 years after my husband had died. And he was a good father. We had no children, but children just started coming to our house. They just came. And we had a house full of kids. I got one boy when he was born, brought him off his mother's bed at 5 days old. And another boy when he was 9 years old. They gave him to me in a yard sale. And we found out later the guy he thought was his dad wasn't his dad. And, of course, I knew that was his stepmom. But I guess he found out later that his mother was pregnant when she met the guy he thought was his dad. Anyway, so when he was ready to go into the service, he changed his name to ours, and a couple other children changed their name because we were the only mother and dad they knew. So our house just got more kids and more kids and more kids. Those are long, long stories. And finally, we just went to Brother Mac Ford's in Arcadia, Louisiana, worked in a girls' home. And but my husband had a real burden for the boys, so we bought a place down in Rock Springs, Georgia, that used to be a girls' home. We bought that, and we had a boys' home there, where it was 16 through 19-year-olds for a good while there. And then he got killed in an accident. We've been married 15 years. So I'm going to stay single the rest of my life. I handle it by myself. I'm not getting married again. Well, 40 years ago this week, Brother Carl Lackey, who Brother Green loved, and they'd been actually from Detroit, around the world back to Detroit. They were great friends. In fact, Brother Lackey called Brother Green his mother-in-law. And then Jack Woods was a great friend with Brother Bubba in Houston, and they started putting us together right here 40 years ago at this meeting. Well, that thing got bigger than me because, Lord, I want your will done in my life, but I don't want anything to do with Don Green. Well, finally it got bigger than me, and I finally had to say, well, Lord, I'll just fast and pray. And I did that, and God said yes. So I went on a tour with them to Israel. There were 16 of us. And Brother Green proposed to me at the foot of Calvary. And we were married 1 week later, 1 year and a couple of days after my second husband had died. This girl that's never going to get married again. Don't argue with God. So now I'm 88 years old now, and I'm saying, Lord, please let it be your will that no more men come in my life. I have 3 up there fighting now. Well, I loved her more. No, you didn't. I loved her more. No, I bought her more cars. No, but I bought her more clothes. That's a joke. That's a joke. They don't do that in heaven. But anyway, God's been good to this old country girl. Me, who I thought would never marry any more than a drunk guy. I had 3 very, very good Christian husbands. This girl who thought she'd have 12 kids had 1, and the mother to many, many, many. Thank God. I'd probably do it all over again. But anyway, and this girl that thought she'd never be out of her community has been almost around the world herself. Unbelievable. Just, God does things for us that's just unbelievable. We just can't imagine. You give yourself to God and say, Lord, well, this is, what time is it? Okay, when we had the boys home, I was going to do something else. When we had the boys home, I got the idea we were traveling, raising support, and these kind of things, as you know, we do have to do. And I got to where I was thinking, well, I should go in a church and sit down and be very quiet and meek and let people come to me and, yes, and, but that's not me. So what's happening? I'm becoming very miserable. Well, as Mama is, so is everybody. And we were it wasn't a good scene. We were in Rocky Face, Georgia, and Dr. Harold Seidler was preaching a message. And he said that when you're conceived in your mother's womb, at that time, your eye color, your hair color, your bone structure, your skin color, all of this is in conception. And I'm thinking, I believe that. I believe that. Yeah, I believe that. And he said, and your personality. I'm saying, whoa, in my heart. No, I don't believe that. He said, okay, then why is there 3 in your family and each one's completely different? When did it happen? You have 3 children. Are they different? Definitely. He said, when did that happen? He said, it happened in conception. And he said, what you're to do every day is to give yourself to God and say, Lord, here I am. I'm yours and you made me just like you want me to be. So take me. I give myself to you and knock off that doesn't glorify God. And he said, well, it's like this. There's a man on the street and he's got a big piece of granite and he's chipping on it. And somebody says, what is that? He said, it's an elephant. The guy said, doesn't look like an elephant to me. He said, no, I'm chipping off everything that is not an elephant. So every morning, and I've done this ever since then, changed my life. I give myself to God and I say, Lord, here I am. I'm yours today. Take me, forgive me my sins and where I failed you. Knock off that doesn't glorify thee. Fill me with the Holy Spirit of God and lead and guide me just like you want to do, because I want to glorify you more than anybody else. I want to please you more than anybody else. And I believe if I could please you and please my husband or my parents, or of course it was my husband then, but everything else will be okay. And I got a hold of that, and God changed my life. And I'm just me. I am just me, plain old country me. So when I married Brother Green, which was a great big difference, he had pastored church many years. I had never been a pastor's wife. I'd been a preacher's wife, a song leader's wife, but I'd never been a preacher's wife. So, and I'm a Texan. He's a Yankee. And, that's, well, anyway. And, but he was raised in a Christian home. I was not raised in a Christian home. He was a Mr. Steak, Macy's, Well, I'm a Burger King, secondhand store. There's just so much difference in us. When I got to Michigan, and we'd be in an elevator making a hospital visit, and I'd just start talking to people, and he'd say, get off, and he'd say, did you know them? I said, no. Well, why were you talking to them? Well, I was just talking to them. Are you waving at somebody? Do you know them? No. Well, why were you waving at them? Well, and one day he came home, and I was the winter was pretty well over, and there was a lot of frost still in the ground, and the guy next door was stuck in the backyard with his car. Well, I'm over there helping push him out of the car, and my husband comes home. What were you doing over there? Well, I was helping him. He needed help. You shouldn't be doing that kind of stuff. Well, I thought that's what you did, helped your neighbors, We were just different, but we had a very good life, and we were married like a few days being 39 years, and it was precious. It was precious. We were a lot different, but we were together. And so that's what you have to do. And my theme today was just being contented. And and I looked up, I'm so smart, you know, I'm so country. I looked up in the dictionary, and content means to rest or quietness of mind in the presence of conditions, not disturbed, having a mind at peace, satisfied, so as not to repine, object, or to oppose. Just be contented. So, pardon? You don't understand that? So we're to be content with who God made us. As we said, you know, God made each one of us, and we're completely different. But if you'll just be yourself, it's so much peace there. I don't have to pretend. I didn't have to be like preacher's first wife. I didn't have to replace her. And that's like I told Jimmy when we were his youngest son, when we were in Israel, and preacher announced we were going to be married, and Brother Jimmy was a little, you know, preacher had been single 8 years, and he'd been mom and dad to these 3 younger kids, and he was a little concerned about it. So when I got a chance to talk to him, I said, Brother Jimmy, I don't want your mother's place. I could not take your mother's place. But if you'll just give me the chance to make my own place in your heart, that's all I ask. Just let me be me in your heart. And, of course, God has, and it's been precious with his 6 children, and they're all just like my young'uns. I love them, and they love me, but be content. You know, Job said, thine hands have made me and fashioned me together round about. Thou hast clothed me with skin and flesh, and hath fenced me in with bones and sinew. I mean, God, that's what Job said, and that's what God's done. David said, I am fearfully and wonderfully made in Psalms 139:14. And Jesus said in Matthew 6:27, which of you by taking thought can add 1 cubit unto his stature? You know, even our hair, we're not going to add any more there. I mean, we can put a wig on, but I mean, it's going to come out sooner or later, and we can't, I mean, it's just there. It's just what God is. And then Dr. Seidler said there about that, you know, we're just to be God. Just let him take care of us, because we're not going to change. You know, you can do all that makeup that they just did, but you're going to be the same inside. But just be who God made you. Be contented with who God made you. I don't have to be Teresa. Teresa doesn't have to be me. I don't have, you know, it's just, get it, ladies, get it. Be who God made you and give yourself to God. Let him knock off that doesn't please him, and he will. Oh, my, he's knocked a lot off of me. I mean, a lot. Lots and lots. I'm not talking about weight. I'm talking about me. But anyway, just be who God made you, and let God use you as he wants, because he has a special thing for each one of us. Each one of us. I don't have the same talents she does. You don't have the same talents I do. Oh, I spent money on trying to play a piano and trying to sing, and finally they said, you're wasting your money. You're tone deaf and you can't hear it. You're not going to get it. And so now I sit on the front row and make a joyful noise unto the Lord, so nobody's turning around and looking, who's that singing? But anyway, just be who you are. I mean, each one of you girls, just be yourself and let God use each one. Give yourself to God every day and get a hold of that. I mean, there's such victory. There's such peace about that. Just being you. Be contented with where God puts you. You know, who in the world 45 years ago would I've ever thought I'd be in Michigan, and so contented being there that when I went to see my sisters in March after Brother Green had died in February, that when they said, are you coming home? And I said, no, I'm going to stay there. Who had ever thought it? You know, that's just my home. I'm contented there. Just be contented where God put you, wherever it is. And if God wants you to be someplace else, he'll let you know and he'll move you. He'll move you. Just be contented with where, maybe your home isn't a Christian home, young ladies. Maybe you don't have a good mother or dad. But maybe if you had a different attitude toward it, and a little bit of thankfulness and a little bit of, patience or something, God could change the situation. So be contented with who God put you with. Ladies, Be contented with your husband. Oh, after all, he's the one. I've just got to have him. He's got to be my husband. And then you get him, and then you want to change him, and you can't do that. That's a waste of time and effort and energy and everything else. Accept him at who he is, and love him, and respect him. I really believe that respect is greater than love. You can fall in love with your neighbor. It wouldn't be right. But you respect a man, and it'll work. And be contented with him. Love him. Ask God to help you to accept him as who he is, and he'll accept you who you are. But be contented with that and respect him. God will help you. You know, there's so many scriptures God says that I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me, and he will. When my husband got sick, I thought, how am I going to take care of him? And every day, you ask God for wisdom and strength. Y'all want to see my muscles? You know, I mean, he was a big man, and God would let me take care of him and keep him at home. And I had to put him in a Hoyer and move him from the bed. I could bathe him and change him, put his clothes on him and move him to the kitchen. You know, it's just amazing what God will do. And the wisdom he gives you to take care of this baby, to take care of these children, to do what you need to do, to take care of a children's home. God gives you that wisdom. You have not because you ask not. Ask God, and he'll give you these things. And my time's up. They're waiting for a nap. But God's good. He'll give you that wisdom. He'll give you that. But learn to be contented. Be contented. It's precious. It's precious. And with where God puts you and whatever he gives you to do, you know, there's so much I can't do. And as I said, I wanted to sing, and I'd pray and pray and pray. Oh, Lord, I want to be able to sing. And I just knew one morning I'd be able to wake up and sing. Well, it never happened. But one day God got disgusted, I think, with me. And he said, I want you to sit down and write down all the talents I've given you. And I did. And I was ashamed. I was ashamed. Because God's given me a lot of talents and a lot of different things. And I said, Lord, forgive me, please forgive me. I'll never ask you again to be able to sing. And just, God's given each one of you different talents. Use that talent for the glory of God. And let him help you and strengthen you. And be content with what God's given you. And I'll make it short. I was raised with, as I said, I'm the oldest 6 girls, and we were in the country. We were poor, but we didn't know we were poor. Nobody around us knew they were poor. But we always had food on the table. We always had, the house was warm. Of course, we cut wood and had a fireplace, and we cooked on wood, and we had something to eat. But Mother would make our dresses. You'd get your feed and your flour in these big old sacks, but they were made during the war for clothing. So you'd empty them up, you'd rip them up, wash them, and Mother would lay them out. We'd have the Sears and Roebuck catalog, and my mother would look in there, or we would look in there, and we'd find a dress that we liked, and my mom would take a brown paper sack and cut that out, lay it on top of that material, put some knives on top of that, and cut it out, and with the old treadle sewing machine, she'd make us all dresses. And that was, you know, we had a new pair of shoes for Easter, a new pair of shoes to start school on, and we were barefoot the rest of the time. And that's what we wanted, anyway, be barefoot. But, you know, but God's so, and now what do I have now? I have a bedroom, right, Joanne? That is made into a closet. I have so many clothes. My husband bought me something every Friday, a gift. We were married on Friday. He bought me a rose every Friday. He bought me a gift every Friday. Clothes or jewelry. Every once in a while, I'd have him get me a new hoe or some sheep manure for the garden or something, you know. And sometimes I just need some pocket money, and I'd say, well, just give me some money this week, you know. And, of course, he took care of everything, but I'd say, just give me some pocket money this week. Oh, well, okay. So now I have a closet full of clothes, from sack dresses to clothes. Isn't that something? But God just, he'll take care of you. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say, just trust God. And When you have a need, ask him and believe him and be faithful. Don't turn back. Young girls, don't turn back. God will take care of you and bless you in ways you've never dreamed. We were just talking at the table this morning about how God kept my van one time from running out of gas over the mountains of North Carolina, down in Cherokee, and my other thing was keep cool. No matter what happens, keep cool. Keep cool, but keep faithful, girls. Listen, it's been 64 years since I got saved. And I can say with all these scriptures, TP, tested and proven, God's not failed me one time with anything, honestly. He's always there, and it's so good. It's so good serving God. Please, 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 stay faithful. He's coming to get us soon, and we want to stand before Jesus, and he can say, well done, you were faithful with whatever it is. You're not Faye Green, you're you. And do what God wants you to do. I appreciate y'all, appreciate Miss Teresa, and y'all taking good care of us. Oh my goodness. I don't need that. I told her when she called me, I'm not a speaker.
You are now, because you just spoke to us. It made me think of Brother Willard Thomas's poem. I'm not sure about the title. Just be me. He just be me. You know what? We waste a lot of time uncontented. You know, we need to think about the wonderful things the Lord has done for us and rest on that. And my favorite verse is Psalms 37:4. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Just delight in him. You know, whatever your situation is, just thank the Lord for that. And when you're doing that, your perspective will change. Your outlook will change. And you won't be focused on your situation, if it's a bad situation or a not so good situation. You know, you can always look around and probably somebody else has got things worse than you. You can find someone that's having a harder time than you. And you know what you should be doing then? Focusing on praying for them and their situation and asking God to help them and help you at the same time. He'll do that for you if you just spend more time in focusing on others than yourself. Well, I thank you all for being here. And one other thing that I thought about when she was talking about, you know, being content and be yourself and find your spot in the work of the Lord. Around here, you've noticed I don't do everything. I cannot do everything, and I don't even want to do everything. I'm thankful for those cooks over there because I'm not the best cook. I told the ladies in the ladies' meeting, I desire to be a good cook, but I'm not the best cook. So you know what I do? I'm staying out of the kitchen over there. When I was growing up, Ms. Van Fleet showed me how to make gravy, and I mastered it. I didn't master it. It was a hit and miss all the time, but Ms. Van Fleet was there to straighten my gravy mess out, you know? So I sort of held the ropes until the next gravy maker come along that was better than me, and then I moved on. But I was thinking about Joyce yesterday. She looked so tired last night. I said, Joyce, you can't come in the first shift and leave at the last shift at your age. I can't do it now. Robert said you were 60. Anyway, we can't do that. You know, we maybe desire to do that, but and we can pray and ask the Lord to give us added strength, and He will. But just do what you can. Be content where the Lord has put you, and you know, just be waiting for Him to give you all the rest in Him. Just rest in the Lord, and He'll do for you what you cannot do for yourself. All right. So, ladies, Cheryl over there, she's the gift maker. She has a big heart. What is this?
I'm interrupting everything because you won't quit talking.
I love to talk.
No, we just want you to know we love you.
Oh.
And we appreciate what you do. Every meeting, I know, I can't even imagine what you're under, what you do, but you do it. You love these girls. You love everybody. and we just want you to know we love you.
Thank you. I wasn't, you usually cannot pull one over on me, but you pulled one over on me just now. Thank you so much. Thank you. Cheryl, she's the giving person. She's got all those nice little goodies over there for us. And so if you didn't get a door prize, you get a goodie bag. So see Miss Cheryl. And I want someone to, I want a picture session. So when we all leave, I want to be the first. I want my picture made with these two ladies right here. I love these ladies. So y'all are dismissed. Go get your goodie bag and somebody get my camera here and take a picture of me.